Saturday afternoon, and time to drop in at the Sportsman's Club for another sports story especially selected for you by Grantland Rice. Yes, when Saturday rolls around, it's yarn spinning time down at the Sportsman's Club. That's where the sports fans gather, each week at this time as guests of the Dean of American Sports Writers, Grantland Rice. Granny Rice not only knows the fans and knows the sports, he knows good sports stories, too, and he shares them with his friends these Saturday afternoons. So come along, let's drop in at the Sportsman's Club and meet Grantland Rice.
All right. Supposing I never do break 100. I play golf for the fresh air and exercise.
Yeah, that's what all you duffers say. I say if you're not going to play a game well, why play it at all?
Oh, maybe so. Hey, there's Granny Rice.
Oh, now, Granny plays a good game of golf.
Well, did I say anything? Hey, Granny, how about a yarn, huh?
Well, Gus, I've got a yarn, but no cracks about my golf, please. I'm a little sensitive about that.
Only kidding, Granny. What's the story?
It's a fight story, written by Lee Florin. So pull up your chairs and listen. By their own admission, the Broadway characters in the fight game are a pretty shrewd lot. They know all the answers, or pretend to anyway. They are never wrong, well, hardly ever, and when they are, they don't admit it. Now, that's what makes Hank Day, the fight manager, an interesting fellow. He was wrong, and he admits it. I think you ought to meet Hank.
Yeah, sure, I'll admit I was outsmarted. Yeah, me, Hank Day, the fight manager. I've been around quite a while, and I thought I'd seen everything. But this pair of yokels from out west taught me a lesson I won't forget for a while. No, I don't mind talking about it. It's all over town anyway, so you might as well get it straight. Well, sir, it all began the morning after my boy Marty Shane beat Carter for the light-heavy title. I was sitting in my office feeling so good about having a champ in my stable that I'd have bought a piece of the Empire State Building if the approach was right. I'm sitting there blowing smoke rings when there comes a knock at the door. Yeah, come in.
You Mr. Hank Day who manages fighters?
Yeah, that's me, Bud. What are you peddling?
I'd like to have a little talk with you, Mr. Day.
All right, Bud, make it snappy.
Would you mind taking your feet off that chair, Mr. Day, so I can sit down?
Yeah, what?
Thanks, Mr. Day.
Hey, what do you want anyway?
Mr. Day, you manage prize fighters, don't you?
Yeah, sure I do.
Well,
everybody knows that.
Mr. Day, I'd like for you to manage me.
Manage you? Maybe you're looking for Izzy Jacobs. He manages Sideshow Talent, 2 doors down the hall.
No, sir, Mr. Day.
Look, I manage fighters, prize fighters. You get me, Bud?
I'm a fighter, Mr. Day.
You're a fighter? What kind, booze fighter?
Hey, that's right good, Mr. Day, right good. No, sir, I'm a prize fighter. Here, look at these clippings.
O'Brien KO's Mulligan.
Yeah, that's me, O'Brien.
Yeah. O'Brien outpoints Keller. O'Brien wins over Stevens. Hey, who are these Humpty Dumptys, anyhow? I never heard of any of them.
There's one other clipping, Mr. Day, where I won the county championship.
County championship? What county?
Muscle Shell County, Mr. Day.
Never heard of it. Where's that?
It's in Montana, Mr. Day.
Oh.
Montana's out west a ways.
Yeah, I know. Now, listen, Bud, look. Pick up your clippings and be on your way. I ain't got time to sit around gassing all morning. You see Izzy Jacobs down the hall. He may have a spot for you at the circus.
I can fight, Mr. Day. I'm smart.
Look, you go back and fight your friends in that Muscle Shell County.
Jennie will help me, Mr. Day.
Look, I ain't got time to fool around. Who's Jennie?
Jennie? She's my wife. She's awful smart, Mr. Day.
Oh, well, that's just fine. That's all you need, Bud, is a woman advising you. If there's anything that's poison to a fighter, it's a dame sticking her nose in with advice.
Oh, I think you'd better meet Jennie, Mr. Day. I'll go get her.
Well, sir, he goes over to the door and yells out,
Come on in, Jennie.
Sure.
And in comes a skinny dame. She might be 25, but more likely is 30-something. Her hair is pulled back and tied in a knot. She kind of leans forward when she walks. She's as big a rube as the guy is.
Jennie, this here's Mr. Hank Day. He's going to manage me.
I never said I'd manage her. How do you do, madam?
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Mr. Day. Well, you ain't making no mistake.
I told him that, Jenny.
Now, wait a minute, you
Here,
two.
Jenny, no use you standing up. Take your feet off the other chair, Mr. Day.
What? Well, I'll be...
Oh, well, thanks, Washy. Well, Mr. Day, you're just the man that can get Washy to the top.
Yeah.
You got the connections. Yes, all you got to do is get the fights and we'll win 'em.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir, Mr. Day. With you and me behind Washy, he'll be the champ in 6 months.
Yeah, that's what you think, madam.
Jenny's most always right, Mr. Day.
Yeah? Well, she's dead wrong this time. I know something about fighters, I guess, and you got about as much chance of being a champion as
would you like to bet Washy won't be champ?
Bet?
Uh-huh. Sure, Mr. Day. We got $3,000. We'll bet you.
Look, I wouldn't take your money, lady. Besides, if you got $3,000, why don't you stay back in Montana? Ought to be a lot of money in Montana.
Well, that's a fair question, Mr. Day. But we got our eye on a ranch out there. Cost $25,000, so that's why we come to the city to get the rest of the money.
That's the truth, Mr. Day.
Well, I'll be a... So you want to bet me $3,000 that this guy will win the title?
Mm-hmm. If you will manage him, he will.
All right, it's a deal. If I don't take your money, somebody else will.
That's awful nice of you.
When will the first fight be, Mr. Day?
Well, you drop in tomorrow. I'll let you know.
That's fine.
Oh, I got a feeling I'm making a big mistake.
Well, we'll see you tomorrow, Mr. Day.
Yeah.
Jenny, you got that sack of bananas?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got 'em.
Give some to Mr. Day, lover.
Sure. Here's some bananas, Mr. Day.
I don't want any bananas.
Oh, but they're good for you, Mr. Day. Well, come along, Pet.
Yes, lover. Goodbye, Mr. Day.
Yes, goodbye.
Bananas.
Hello?
Hello, Mike. Hank Day.
What?
Hank Day.
Speak up. Speak up.
This is Hank Day.
Hank Day. What's the matter with you? Sound like you had a mouthful of mush.
Bananas. Say, Mike.
Bananas? Hey, what's the matter with you, Hank?
Nothing. Listen, Mike. I got a new fighter.
Yeah?
Good-looking boy, Mike. Just drifted in. Got a bunch of nice clippings. Now, how about a spot for him out at Wilmington next Friday night?
Well, I don't know. Is he any good?
Looks pretty good, Mike.
Well, might give him a preliminary with Jimmy Tartine.
Okay, Mike, okay.
What?
Okay.
Say, what's the matter with you?
Bananas.
What?
Bananas. Much obliged, Mike. Well, now this Jimmy Tartine ain't much of a fighter, but he ain't got no glass jaw either. I figured it'd take this Washy O'Brien guy easy, so I didn't even go out to the fights. But what do I read in the morning papers? Washy O'Brien has KO'd Tartine in the second round. Well, I'm sitting in the office trying to dope it all out when in walks the guy and his wife, Jennie.
Hello, Mr. Day.
Hello.
Morning, Mr. Day.
Sit here, Jenny. Take your feet off the chair, Mr. Day.
Oh.
Yep.
Thank you, Pet.
You wasn't out at the fight last night, Mr. Day.
No, I wasn't. I had a date on the other side of town with Mike Hausman, the promoter. I had some deals to talk over.
That ain't the truth, Mr. Day.
What? You mean to sit there and call me a liar?
Yes, sir, Mr. Day. The reason you didn't show up for the fight was that you figured Washy here would get whipped.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
Yes, you never even had enough interest in him to see what he could do.
That's what Jenny's been saying, Mr. Day.
Oh, yeah, huh? Well, Jenny's all wrong. See, I was busy.
Oh, it's all right, Mr. Day, but maybe you'll come to the next fight.
Yeah. I think maybe I will. Look, tell me this, Washy. How did you knock out a guy like Tartine? He's no dummy, you know.
I stomped on his toe.
You what?
I stomped on his toe, Mr. Day. When he grabbed his toe, I let him have one on the jaw. It was Jenny's idea.
Jenny's idea.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Didn't the referee see it?
No, sir. Jenny signaled me when to stomp. Jenny's sure smart, Mr. Day. Ain't you, lover?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, I got this Montana moron a fight with Onaway Martin next. Now, Onaway is tough, plenty tough, and I'm at the ringside for this one. I got to see what keeps this new boy of mine on his feet. Well, Washi comes into the ring wearing an old faded bathrobe. With his thin gams, long nose, and bald dome, he looks like something off the Bowery. I don't see Jennie around at first. The bell rings, and Onaway comes tearing out of his corner. He rocks Washi with 2 hard lefts, and Washi hugs him like a dog who's found his lost master. There ain't much to the round. Washi keeps hugging Onaway like he loves him. Hey, you, Washi!
Hello, Mr. Day.
What's the matter with you in there, fellow? Why did you fight?
Don't worry, Mr. Day.
Me worry? I ain't worried. Look, boy, you better get started.
Now, don't worry, Mr. Day. Jennie will tell me when it's time for me to knock him out.
Jennie will tell you. Listen, you dope. This guy Onaway never heard of Jennie. He'll knock you out of the ring.
Here comes Jennie now. Hello, Jennie. Hello, lover.
Hello, Pet. Everything all right?
Sure, Jennie.
Pet, this is Miss Bussy Cannon.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, big boy.
Bussy, this is Mr. Day, our manager.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Day.
How oh, hello there, babe. I mean, Miss,
Call me Bussy, big boy.
Well, sir, I was Popeye. You heard of this Bussy Cannon, didn't you? She headlines the leg show at the Ritz roof, and she's plenty good-looking. I can't figure out how she comes to know Jennie, but there the two of them are, like they was classmates at Vassar or someplace. I don't even watch the fight, not being able to take my eyes off this doll. And then all of a sudden, I noticed something.
Come on, big boy, polish him off. Come on away.
She's plugging for Onaway. What's the angle, I says to myself.
Am I doing okay, Jennie?
Okay, lover.
Will it be this next round, Jennie?
Yes, lover, this next round.
Hey, wait a minute. What do you mean, this next round? What's the idea?
It means in the next round I'll knock him out, Mr. Day.
Oh, yeah? Who says so? You ain't landed a blow so far.
Jennie says I'll knock him out in the next round, Mr. Day, and when Jennie says so, I knock him out. She's smart, Mr. Day.
Oh, nuts.
Excuse me, Mr. Day. Do you manage lots of fighters?
Huh? Yeah, babe, lots of them.
Oh, must be wonderful.
Yeah, sure. Say, babe, look, how about you and me ducking around the corner afterwards and having a little snort, huh? I'll tell you all about the fight game.
Well, I don't know, Mr. Day. My mother is expecting me home.
All right, Bussy.
Oh, is it time?
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. Day.
Hey, what is this anyway?
You, Mr. Martin! On the way! Knock the big stiff out in the third aisle, honey! You!
Okay, babe. This'll be for you.
Hey! Oh, what are you?
Well, sir, I never seen anything like it in all my years in the fight game. I thought I knew every fast one that had ever been pulled. I'm beginning to think maybe I misjudged this Washi and his wife, Jennie, when the two of them walk into my office.
Good morning, Mr. Day. Come along, lover.
Oh, hello.
Have you got the money for last night's fight, Mr. Day?
Yeah, I got it all ready for you. Here you are, Washi.
Thanks, Mr. Day. Here you are, Jennie, lover.
Oh, thank you, Pet. Well, this goes on our ranch.
Yes, lover.
Listen, lover, and you too, Pet. If you'll sit down, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure, Mr. Day. Take your foot off the chair.
Okay.
Thanks. Well, what did you want to know, Mr. Day?
A lot of things. What kind of a pair are you, anyway?
Huh?
You win your first fight by jumping on a guy's toe.
I don't know what you mean, Mr. Day. Do you, Pet?
No, I don't, lover. Of course, I did stomp on that fella's toe, but stomping's fair in Montana.
Oh, all right. Forget that. What kind of a deal was that you pulled last night?
Huh?
How long have you known this Bussy Cannon?
Oh, I just met her on the subway, Mr. Day. She's such a pretty thing, I invited her to come along to the fight.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Well, look, how much did you pay her to make goo-goo eyes at Onaway Martin so he'd look away and give Washi a chance to knock him out?
Well, Mr. Day...
How much did you pay her for that, huh?
paid her $100, Mr. Day.
Jenny sure is smart, Mr. Day.
Yeah.
I think you better line up another fight, Mr. Day.
Hello.
Hello. That you, Hank?
Yeah?
Mike Houseman.
Oh, hello, Mike.
Say, Hank.
What?
That looks like a great boy you got there.
Marty Shane? Yeah. What have you got for Marty?
No, Hank. Not Marty. I'm talking about this new boy of yours, Washy O'Brien.
Him?
Yeah. Say, Hank, I can send him up against Joe Smitto in the semifinal at the Garden 3 weeks from now. What do you say?
What do I say?
Uh-huh.
I say you must be going nuts, Mike. That guy of mine ain't that good. Why, Smetto will kill him. Smetto's knocking at King Levin's door. Smetto's maybe the next chance.
Listen, I know all that. But maybe you don't know something good when you got your hands on it.
What do you mean?
Now, get this, Hank. The fans are nuts about this boy of yours. The newspapers are writing him up, and he's red-hot stuff. And say...
What?
This wife of his, she's a scream. What's her name?
Lover.
No. Jennie, isn't it?
Yeah, Jenny.
Well, it's a great combination. Lots of color. The fans are eating it up. Okay, then, Hank. You drop around and sign the papers.
Yeah.
Your boy fights Joe Smitto at the Garden in 3 weeks.
Okay, Mike, okay.
I knew we didn't make no mistake when we got you to manage me, Mr. Day.
Yeah, well, I ain't so sure.
Why, what do you mean, Mr. Day?
I mean just this. You and your wife have been pulling some fast ones in these other fights, but you're going up against a pretty smart cookie this time. Joe Smetto's the next champ. You know that, don't you? Now, you're not going to get him with no moth-eating jokes from no lodge initiation. Smetto's smart. He'll give you the fight of your life.
Gee, what do you think, Jenny?
Oh, you'll win, lover. Don't you worry. Mr. Day already bet you $3,000 Washy would be champion. Would you like to raise it to $5,000?
Raise it?
Uh-huh.
Sure, I'll raise it to $5,000. If you don't care what you do with your money, why should I?
All right, Mr. Day.
Jenny, you're sure, ain't you? I'll really win when I fight Joe Smetto, won't I?
Oh, sure you'll win, lover. Just don't you worry your little head about it anymore.
Oh, gee, that's fine. Gosh, Mr. Day, ain't Jenny the smart one, though?
Yeah, maybe so. But I'm warning you, Jenny, pet. You watch your step in this next fight. You'll be at the Garden. You get that? The Garden.
Uh-huh.
And they won't stand for no hick tricks at the Garden.
Well, folks, this is Joe Herkheimer reporting from the ringside of the Garden. And next coming up, we have the semifinal, matching the colorful new slugger from Montana, Washy O'Brien, with Joe Smetto, outstanding contender for King Levin's crown. Yep, Washy O'Brien has certainly come along fast, although some of the experts don't give him much for style and boxing ability. But you gotta hand it to that shrewd judge of fighting talent, Hank Day. Yes, sir. Hank can pick 'em all right, and he's insisted right from the start that Washy O'Brien was championship timber. Well, we'll see tonight. And now, folks, while we're waiting for the principals to enter the ring, what do you say we take a little look around the ring, huh? Oh, there's the mayor, as usual. How do you do, Mayor? And right over there on the side of the ring is Hank Day, manager of Washy O'Brien, chatting with... Well. I do believe it's Miss Bussy Cannon, the beautiful star of the floor at the Ritz Roof. And now over here we have all...
Well, you're getting to be quite a fight fan, eh, Miss Cannon?
I bet you say that to all the girls, Mr. Day.
Nah, on the level. Hey, wait a minute. What's Jenny got cooked up for you this evening?
Oh, I don't know what you mean, Mr. Day.
No? Well, all right, skip it. Say, babe, look, how about you and me having a snort somewhere afterwards, huh?
Oh, really, Mr. Day? I couldn't this evening. Mother's expecting me home early.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, look, Mr. Day, here they come. Washy and Jenny.
Yeah.
And here they come, folks. Washy O'Brien, the sensational new discovery of Hank Day. Yes, and there's his wife, Jenny. Oh, what a pair. Jenny, you know, is at the ringside for every one of her husband's fights. Some experts give her much of the credit for her husband's rapid rise in fistic circles. And now here's Joe Smetto entering the ring. Oh, Joe gets a big hand from the crowd. Yes, sir. And, folks, it looks like it's going to be a great fight all the way.
Hello, Mr. Day.
Oh, hello, Jenny. Well, you still think you're going to win?
Oh, sure, Mr. Day. We'll keep on winning until we get enough money for that ranch.
Just as simple as that, huh?
Sure. Hello, Buzzy.
Hello.
You sure look pretty.
Oh, thanks, Jenny. I tried to look especially nice for, you know.
Yeah.
You'll tell me when?
Don't you worry, Bussy.
Everything all right, Jenny?
Yes, lover.
You'll let me know when, won't you, Pat?
Don't you worry, lover.
Lover. Pet. What's the fight game coming to?
Well, there's the bell, folks, and Joe Smeadow bounds out of his corner. Washi is out slow. Smeadow leads with the left, and they clinch. Well, looks like Smeadow is out to end this one in a hurry. He finds Washi a little tougher than he expected. And Smeadow lands a left, a right, a left, and they clinch. It's been Smeadow all the way so far, but Washi has shown he can take it. Well, there they go. Just look at them. And there's the bell, ending round 3. Both boys are still strong, and it looks like the fight may go the limit.
Everything all right, Jenny?
Sure, lover. Don't you worry.
When'll it be, Jenny?
I'll let you know, lover.
Okay.
And here they come out for round 4. Smeadow still carrying the fight to Washi. Oh, he leads with a left, and they clinch.
What's the matter, Jenny? Have you run out of tricks?
What do you mean, Mr. Day?
I mean that I ain't missing a thing here. You've had Bussy Cannon making eyes at Smeadow and yelling at him. He ain't even giving her a tumble. You better think up something else, Jenny.
It'll just go one more round, Mr. Day.
Yeah, huh?
Just one more round, Mr. Day.
And there's the end of round 4, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's been Smedow's fight so far, but Washi O'Brien still looks pretty strong out there. As a matter of fact, he doesn't seem a bit worried. Although his manager, Hank Day, looks plenty upset across the ring over there.
Listen, you dope. Why don't you open up out there? Mix it up. You're losing the fight on points.
I'm sorry, Mr. Day. I can't open up until Jenny gives me the word.
Oh, I give up.
Jenny, is it this one?
Yes, lover, this'll be the one.
Thanks, Jenny. This'll be the one I knock him out in, Mr. Day.
And it's round 5. The boys come out of their corners. Smeadow peppers Washi with a left, a right, and they clinch. The referee breaks it up, and now they're squared away again. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? A little excitement on the other side of the ring, folks. Seems to be some trouble over there near Hank Day and Jennie O'Brien. There's smoke. It's a fire. Hey, I'm getting out of here. Get out of my way, lady. Hey, you get out of the way. Let me out of this joint.
Oh, get out of the way.
It's all over, folks. Quiet, everybody. Take it easy, folks. It's all over. Just a little piece of newspaper, that's all. No fire. Back to your seats, everybody.
Just a piece of paper. What do you know about that? Come on, let's get that seat. I'm going to see that.
That's my seat.
Here, let me back to that mic, will you? Let me back to that mic. Oh, well, it's all over, ladies and gentlemen. Just a little paper burning. You'll pardon your reporter for leaving the mic, but I was attempting to rescue a lady and a child and quiet the crowd as well. All in the life of your radio reporter, ladies and gentlemen. Well, everything's calm again. Oh, incidentally, the newspaper caught fire right at the seat of Jennie O'Brien, the wife of Washi O'Brien. And now back to the fight. Hey, somebody's knocked out Joe Smeadow.
Yeah?
Hank? Mike Houseman.
Yeah?
Hank.
What?
They're screaming for me to match Washi O'Brien with the champ.
With King Levin?
Huh?
Levin will murder him.
Listen, what kind of a manager are you anyway? You got the biggest sensation in years. I offer you a title bout and you squaw.
Well, now, wait.
Get next to yourself, Hank. Get your boy over here and sign the papers.
Yeah.
Oh, gee. Me fighting the champ, Jenny.
Yeah, ain't it nice, lover?
Yeah? Well, fighting him ain't beating him.
We got a bet of 5,000 on that, Mr. Day.
I wish it was 10.
All right, let's make it 10.
Make it 10?
Uh-huh.
All right. All right, I'll make it 10 grand on one condition.
What's that, Mr. Day?
That you sit way up in the balcony the night of the fight. And no phony tricks at the ringside.
Well, sure. All right, Mr. Day. Washi can win by himself. Can't you, lover?
If you say so, Pat.
Hello, Mr. Day.
Well, Bussy Cannon. Hey, what are you doing here? Did Jenny send you?
Oh, no, Mr. Day. She gave me the ticket, but I just wanted to see the fight. I'm not supposed to do anything.
Well, you better not.
Mr. Day, you're angry.
Oh, no, I ain't, kid. I'm just a little upset, I guess. Look, How about having a little snort with me?
Oh, I'd love to, Mr. Day, but I promised my mother
Yeah,
I'd be...
all right, skip it. All right, Washy. Now listen to me, boy. You're going to fight this one on the level. You get me?
It's round 5 coming up, with King Levin, the champ, leading Washy O'Brien by a big margin of points. O'Brien's still in there, though, and taking it. As I told you before, Jennie O'Brien, Washy's wife, is not at the ringside tonight. And that's something of a mystery. There's the bell. The boys come out of their corner. Wait a minute. What's this? Washy sticks out his hand and says something. Levin throws back his head and laughs, and... Levin is down. Levin is floored by a right to the jaw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a knockout, folks. Washy O'Brien wins by a knockout. The winner and new champion, Washy O'Brien.
Robbed. That's what I was. Robbed of $10,000 by a pair of yokels. Tricked by a dumb dame from Montana.
How did it happen, Mr. Day? I still don't know.
The oldest one in the fight game, honey. Sam Langford used it once. Washy comes out for the 5th, sticks out his paw and says, "Let's shake." "This ain't the last round," says King Levin. "It is for you," says Washy. Levin starts to laugh at that, and Washy pastes him with a haymaker.
They're going back to Montana.
Yeah.
Washy's retiring. They got the money for the ranch.
I know. Why, they sure took me.
Well, I guess it's just as well they're going. Washy took me, too, Mr. Day.
What? How do you mean?
He didn't know it, but I was stuck on that big dumb clock.
You? A
Yeah.
swell-looking don like you? Stuck on a mutt like him?
It ain't logical, Mr. Day, but that's the way it was.
Well, what do you know? They took us both.
Yeah.
Well, I turn off here. So long, Bussy.
Mr. Day,
Yeah?
you said something about maybe a snort after.
Yeah, but your mother's expecting
Oh,
you
I
home.
don't think Mother would mind just this once, Mr. Day.
What?
Come on, Hank, I could stand a snort.
And that's Lee Florin's story. No gloves for Jennie. I've got to run along now and take a look at Pensive and Platter in the famous Belmont. A great race, it looks to me. But I'll be back next week with a ring Lardner yarn. And you know that means good listening. See you then, fellas.
Well, that's a great story,
So long,
Grant.
Bill. So long, Jack.
So long, Granny. See you later. So long, Granny.
This has been another visit to the Sportsman's Club for a sports story especially selected for you by Grantland Rice. Today's story, No Gloves for Jennie, was written by Lee Florin for Super Sports Magazine and dramatized for radio by Gerald Holland. Our cast included Elsie Mae Gordon, Elspeth Eric, Ed Latimer, Wendell Corey, Nat Cantor, and Robert Harris. George Crook was at the organ. Grantland Rice was with us in person. And the production was under the direction of Anton M. Leader. A working day at NBC is 75 shows long at least. When NBC isn't entertaining you with Crosby, Benny, Hope, Gildersleeve, Information Please, and many others, it brings you good, informative talk. Harkness, Kaltenborn, the Chicago Round Table, Consumer Time, and guest speakers keep you up to the minute on the news, the political situation, and the use of your ration points. And that isn't all. Last year, 46 days and 22 hours of airtime recruited military personnel, sold war bonds, sought blood donors and war workers. It takes many days of hard work to win a war. As their contribution to victory, NBC and its independent affiliated stations spend their workdays planning and building programs to entertain and inform radio listeners everywhere. And remember, we'll have another Grant and Rice sports story next Saturday afternoon at the same time. This is the National Broadcasting Company.